So my top Harry Potter wands, there are 7, and it took a little while to compile this list because I just couldn't make up my mind, but I think I finally settled on my top 7. So if you want to see what they are, stay tuned for the video. So if you're new here or just missed the large amount of oddly shaped boxes that are behind me, but I'm sure you can see that I love wands. Like, I have been obsessed with them for so long, and I think that a wand, I'm sure I remember this correctly, but a wand was one of the first bits of Harry Potter merchandise that I actually purchased. I love the effort, I love the design that's gone into making them. The fact that they straight out of the films is amazing. You know, how great is it to own a bit of the wizarding world? And you know, a wand, it really is an essential item for any witch or wizard. But with so many now available, and potentially a limited budget, which one should you get? Now my answer to that is normally, well, which one should you get first? Because it's a bit addictive. But as I have so many wands, I have been asked before which are my top favourite ones, so I thought I would showcase my top 7 Harry Potter wands, and these are them. These aren't in any particular order because I just couldn't decide. It keeps changing in my mind which is my top wand. So I thought I'd just showcase all of these ones. These are my all-time favourite ones, and I think that you'll see why I like these particular ones so much. Okay, so one of the first ones as part of my all-time favourite Harry Potter ones is Voldemort's Wand. I think I like it because it's so evil looking. It's, you know, it looks like a bone. It can't, of course, be made out of bone. I know that according to, you know, canon, it's made out of yew. I don't know if yew wood is actually so white, but I do love it nonetheless. It's like very hooky. It's got like points, and it's got this actual hook on the end, which I know that the way that Voldemort holds it is on his like little finger, and the way that actually like hooks so that he can just, yeah, it's just so cool. I love so much detail about this. If anyone's ever considering getting a Voldemort wand, then I would really recommend it because it's just so cool. And then you can cosplay Tom Riddle, of course. Okay, so probably pretty obvious, but I'm gonna say Harry Potter's wand. Because this was actually the first one that I purchased, it has a lot of sentimental value for me. It's very worn, and I've handled it quite a lot. I've used it for cosplay, I've taken it, you know, out to parties with me. Fortunately, it hasn't broken. When I was younger, I used to like tie a little LED light on the end with like elastic and then walk around the house at night with it. Like, this is when I was much younger. Well, not that young, I'd probably say maybe 17. And, you know, swishing it around and grazing walls. Like, I've even worn some of the tip off already, and it also had, you know, the Warner Brothers stamp, you know, the trademark stamp that I scratched off as well to make it look even a little more authentic. Yeah, I have a lot of love for Harry's wand. It may not be the most impressive, but, you know, everyone loves Harry Potter, and that's probably why I like it so much. Alright, so the next wand is one that I believe is very delicate, and it is Slughorn's wand. The fact that it looks like, you know, the end of a slug as well is amazing design by the design team. It has this beautiful silver, I'm guessing like slug trail, I think it's supposed to be like. And then as is curvy as well, it's almost like the end of a slug. We see this wand in all its glory, you know, when Professor Slughorn removes the memory that he finally gives to Harry. And I think that's quite a big changing point in the story, because then it's really confirmed about the Horcruxes. So when I saw this wand, I knew that I really wanted it. The next wand is quite a new wand as part of my collection, and it is Dumbledore's original wand. Now, there's such drama behind this wand. It is such a spectacular one, and it is so amazing. But the story behind it was, this wasn't the one that was originally designed for being Dumbledore's first wand. A while back there was a picture that was posted, you know, before the Crimes of Grindelwald came out, with the Elder Wand and then another one that was put next to it, and that was apparently Dumbledore's first one. But I believe that after they designed it and released it and even filmed with it, J.K. Rowling saw it and she was like, oh, I think it's a bit too close to the Elder Wand. So they had to swiftly redesign that one, and this is the redesigned one, which then they had to fix in the film and put this one in, and then other scenes that he did was with this wand. It is fantastic because it's the first one with like, it must be metal, I'm guessing a leather effect handle. There's like runes on this, and this, according to Jude Law, describes it as a root wand, which is a swirly design. I believe a lot of the ones have a metal core in, but this one can't because of where the root swirl is located. So it's a very flexible wand, but it's so elegant, and I have so much love for Dumbledore. Like, I love Dumbledore. I think he probably is my favourite character, just because he's so enigmatic. Behind the scenes, pulling the strings, so powerful, yet so lovable, and then, you know, getting to learn more and more about him because of the Fantastic Beasts series. So the next one is another new addition, and it is since the introduction of Fantastic Beasts, and it is Newt's wand. I know, very simple, there's no like fancy design or swirls or curves or anything to this. I think the interesting parts for me is that the kind of scratches in the edges, you know, from potentially damages from animals or him holding it in his teeth. It has this real cool blue bit in the handle, and which then tapers down to quite a mother of pearl effect on the end. I love that they included that in it, and then it's kind of like a reflect on nature, because it might be shell, and how this wand would then chosen Newt because he's so obviously into the beasts, etc. I think I love how elegant and how thin it is. And I know that like Daniel Radcliffe joked around that it looked like it was from IKEA, but I love IKEA. Like, most of my furniture is from IKEA, so I think that's probably why I do like this wand. Right, now the next one is part of my favourite Harry Potter wands is Victor Crumb's wand. Probably controversially, because I have not featured it very much in any videos, but I think this is again one of the first ones that we saw that had quite a substantial like curve in it. It has this wonderful, I'm guessing, bird, it could be eagle, it could even be another magical creature carved into the edge of it, and then it curls down and tapers to a point. It's just such a cool one. I mean, I hadn't seen really anything like that. I mean, this is film 4, so this came before Slughorn's wand. So this probably is one of the first curved ones that I saw. But I do really like it because it is so cool, and it was originally not able to be purchased by itself, and it was actually one of the reasons why I then asked for it, and I got it as an amazing Christmas gift. The Triwizard set with Harry's wand, there's Fleur's wand, there's Cedric's wand, which again, that's a great wand, and then Victor Crumb's wand. But that was before you could purchase them individually. So I have that amazing set, but this was the main reason why I wanted that set, because it had this wand in it. Okay, so the last wand that I wanted to include in this feature is, I actually don't have it. It's Lucius Malfoy's wand, and I have wanted it for a very long time, but I keep getting distracted and purchasing smaller, different items from Noble Collection. And I'm sure you know that Lucius Malfoy's wand is a very amazing wand, but also the most expensive one at present, because it's a cane wand. And it won't fit on my shelf anywhere because it doesn't come in a box, and I was, at that time I was collecting wands, buying boxes so I could fill up this display. But now as I'm going through and looking for birthday suggestions and stuff, I mean obviously that's a lot to ask for family and friends to get, so it's just something that I'm saving for, and I've made different purchases along the way. But I would say that Lucius Malfoy is probably my favourite one, even though I don't have it, but I will have it very soon. I recently had the opportunity to handle it at one of the conventions, and it was very heavy, So I would be actually petrified to use it and maybe like chip a fang or something off that amazing snake head, but it is something that I will eventually get. Whether I'll walk around using it, I think maybe not. I'm hoping that this wand reviews have helped you pinpoint which one you might start with or which one you might get next. I mean, when choosing a wand, I went for these ones because they had particularly different characteristics. I did collect the original Trios one first and then decided to get the most interesting ones that I thought, like the ones that had the most interesting design. It really is down to personal preference. Like, I might say that this wand is amazing, but you'd be thinking, well, why would I want that one? I really love Hermione's one because of the vines or whatever. So it really is down to personal preference. When you see a wand, if you get this rush of excitement and joy, almost like, you know, when the wand chooses Harry and there's like that wind and the light, and that's basically how I feel when I see a wand. I'm like, oh my god, I want it. Let that be the wand choosing the wizard and then go for that one. If you don't really have such love for it, then maybe you can keep that for later. I'll leave links to all the wands, so look out for those, and leave me a comment in the section below. Of these 7 wands that I chose, because it was really tough to pinpoint just 7, which of these are your favourite? I'm really interested to know, because it took me so long to even narrow down 7, and that's probably too many already, but out of these 7, which one is your favourite? If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe or follow for more of the same Wizarding World content, and as some of you know by now, the Wizarding World is just one spell away.